In this video, we'll give a full review of the Bank of America Advantage Plus checking account, including the most important features of the account, the main fees to keep in mind, and how convenient the account is overall. Feel free to pause the video to read the disclaimer or find the full disclaimer in the video description below. Bank of America offers 3 types of personal checking accounts: Advantage Safe Balance Banking, Advantage Plus Banking, and Advantage Relationship Banking. The Advantage Safe Balance account is a basic checking account geared towards students, which doesn't allow for paper check writing, while the Advantage Relationship account is geared towards those willing to keep at least $20,000 in their account, as you'll need that kind of money in your account to waive their monthly fee. So we'll be focusing on the Advantage Plus checking account. This is their middle tier account, which is a regular checking account that offers check writing, while still offering relatively easy ways to waive the monthly fee. With the Bank of America Advantage Plus account, you're getting a full-service checking account that allows you to write paper checks, which many people still need occasionally for paying expenses like rent and taxes. As with any traditional bank with brick-and-mortar locations, there is a monthly maintenance fee, which is $12 for this account, but there are a few ways to have it waived. The monthly fee will be waived for each month that one of the following applies to you. You have at least one qualifying direct deposit of $250, you maintain a minimum daily balance of at least $1,500 in your account, or you're a member of their Preferred Rewards program, which requires a minimum balance of at least $20,000. For most people, the easiest way to waive the fee is by leaving at least $1,500 in your account, but if you're able to set up direct deposit for your paycheck or government benefits, getting a $250 direct deposit each month is also an easy way to waive the fee, as it's a pretty low threshold to hit compared to other banks, and payment platforms often allow you to split your paycheck between more than one bank account for direct deposit. Bank of America defines qualifying direct deposits as deposits of regular monthly income, for example your salary, pension, or Social Security, made by your employer or another payer using the account and routing numbers you give them. There is a minimum opening deposit of $100 for this account, and it's also best to keep at least a few dollars in the account at all times afterwards to ensure the account stays open. Of course, this checking account is also FDIC insured, which covers $250,000 per depositor, per insured bank, per ownership category. Bank of America is also currently offering a pretty decent sign-up bonus for their checking accounts, including this account as well. Right now, you can earn a $200 bonus if you open a new eligible Bank of America personal checking account online using the offer code on the screen by September 30th of this year, and you set up and receive qualifying direct deposits that total $2,000 or more into the account within 90 days of account opening. That roughly works out to receiving at least $667 a month in direct deposit, so that's not too hard to do for most people that can set up direct deposit for their paycheck. One of the biggest advantages of this checking account is Bank of America's overall footprint and the accessibility of the account. Bank of America is a pretty convenient bank overall in terms of their physical presence. It's the second largest bank in the US, right after Chase, with around 15,000 ATMs and about 3,800 bank branches, which are located across 37 states and Washington, D.C. So it's usually pretty easy to find a Bank of America branch or ATM. With Bank of America's large number of branches across the country, it's generally pretty easy to visit a branch to talk to someone in person and get help with account issues or questions you have. Of course, you can also call their customer service line for help with your account, and they also offer a chat option on their app for certain questions as well. Their mobile app is pretty decent overall, and offers most of the main features that many bank apps provide, like mobile check deposits, Face ID, debit card controls, overdraft controls, and custom alerts, which we'll get into more in a bit. PDFs of your monthly bank statements are available electronically within your account, and you can also request paper copies of statements to be mailed to you if needed. As a checking account at a traditional bank, you will get a debit card with this account, so you can easily deposit or withdraw cash at Bank of America ATMs or branches as needed. Outside of depositing or withdrawing cash though, it's generally better to use credit cards rather than debit cards when making purchases, as credit cards do add an extra layer of protection for your money and can even earn you cashback rewards as well. They also offer a digital wallet, which allows you to securely store your debit card payment information and make payments using your phone or other devices. There are a number of ways you can add money to or withdraw money from your account. Outside of depositing cash into or withdrawing cash from your account using your debit card, you can also set up direct deposit to your account as well. The account also allows you to do Zelle transfers, so sending or receiving money between friends and family is quick and easy, even if their account is with another bank. Besides writing checks and cashing checks in person at a branch, this account also allows for mobile deposits as well, so you can deposit checks simply by using the camera on your phone or other device with their app, and therefore skip a trip to a branch to cash your check. Now let's go over some of the main fees to be aware of outside of the monthly maintenance fee. First off, you can write checks with this account, but you will need to order them, which generally isn't cheap. The fees for ordering checks will vary, but using my own account as an example, with pretty basic checks selected, they'd charge me about $30 before tax for 40 checks, and about $60 for 80 checks, which is really expensive. You can get free shipping for their checks if you opt for no tracking for the package. You may want to look at other options if you need to order checks for your account though, since you don't necessarily need to get them through your bank. For instance, stores like Costco, Sam's Club, and Walmart offer check printing at a much lower price. Bank tellers at Bank of America might offer you a sheet or two of free checks if you go into the branch, especially if you've just recently opened your account, so it's always good to ask as well. They do charge a $10 fee per overdraft item if you don't have sufficient funds in your account to cover a transaction, but they do offer some overdraft protection as well. As for ATMs, you won't be charged any fees for withdrawals, deposits, transfers, payments, and balance inquiries at Bank of America ATMs. For non-Bank of America ATMs within the US, the fee for withdrawals and transfers is $2.50 each. For non-Bank of America ATMs in another country, the fee for withdrawals and transfers is $5 each instead. If you're traveling internationally and you use your Bank of America debit card at one of their international partner ATMs, you'll be able to avoid that $5 usage fee. There is also an international transaction fee to keep in mind. If the international transaction's in a foreign currency, Bank of America will charge a fee of 3% of the US dollar amount, but if the international transaction's in US dollars, Bank of America won't charge a fee. The Bank of America Advantage Plus checking account does have some other notable features. First, they offer a $0 liability guarantee, which means if you let Bank of America know within a reasonable amount of time about any unauthorized use of, the loss of, or the theft of your card number, or PIN, they'll credit the transactions back to your account. Of course, there are some restrictions to this as well. Keep in mind, you'll need to report any unauthorized transactions as soon as you become aware of them, and they do state that 60 days after your statement becomes available is the maximum reasonable amount of time you have to review your statement or items and report the unauthorized transaction. As another precaution, you can also set up custom alerts for account changes, like unusual activity and payments, which will be sent via text or email, whichever you select as your preference. You also have access to certain debit card controls, such as locking your debit card to prevent unauthorized use of it and requesting a digital debit card. Now, you should avoid overdrafting your account by making sure you don't spend more than your account balance, but in case this happens at some point, they do allow you to enroll in overdraft protection as well. They offer a free feature called Balance Connect for overdraft protection. So if you enroll in this feature and you don't have enough money in your account to pay for an item at some point, available funds can be automatically transferred from the backup account you linked to your checking account in order to cover the transaction. Of course, there are certain restrictions for this, and there may be other fees incurred depending on the situation. The Bank of America Advantage Plus checking account is a decent account overall. It's generally pretty easy to find a Bank of America branch or ATM, and they do operate in a good amount of states as well. They also offer a number of nice features within their mobile app, and they have a few relatively easy ways to waive their monthly fee, as long as you can keep $1,500 in the account for the long run, or if you can receive at least one direct deposit of $250 every month. Their $12 monthly maintenance fee is pretty average for a traditional bank, as some banks charge a $15 monthly fee for their checking accounts, and others charge $10 or less, with options to waive the fee, of course. With that said, Bank of America doesn't have as extensive coverage as Chase in terms of their branches, ATMs, and states they operate in. There also aren't as many options for waiving the monthly fee as some other checking accounts with big banks. And of course, checking accounts with traditional banks in general have more strings attached and more fees than checking accounts with online banks. For example, Sofi's high-yield checking account offers paper check writing and a debit card, plus it doesn't charge any monthly fees and offers a high interest rate on your checking balance, with the trade-off of having no physical bank branches and having a somewhat harder time depositing cash into or withdrawing cash from your account. That being said, as long as you're able to get the monthly fee waived, this Bank of America checking account is a pretty solid account overall if you're looking for the convenience and flexibility of having access to the ATMs and branches of a traditional bank, with many online banking features and the ability to write checks as well. This is the main checking account I use, and it's served me well so far. As with most traditional checking accounts, your account balance won't earn interest, so it's best to keep the bare minimum in your account to take care of your everyday spending or minimum balance requirement, and then keep most of your extra money in a high-yield savings account that'll earn you a solid APY on your balance. We do have a full video ranking the checking accounts of the 5 biggest banks in the US, including Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, Citi, and US Bank. So So if you're interested, you can check that video out as well. Let me know in the comments. Do you have a Bank of America checking account, or are you considering getting one? If you enjoyed this video, you may be interested in this video next, where we go over the top 9 credit cards that earn 5% cashback with no annual fees. Or this video, where we give a full review of the American Express High Yield Savings Account, which is currently offering over 4% APY on account balances with no monthly fees. If you found this video helpful and you'd like to see more of this type of content, be sure to click like and subscribe if you haven't yet. If you want to be notified when we post new videos, don't forget to click the notification bell as well. Thanks for watching and see you next time.